It's a fine morning from the nation's capital, Abuja, and we're bringing you the news from African Free Press Television. My name is Leo Oketa. Unfortunately, this morning we are starting on a sad note as the former governor of Bayelsa State, Dipre Solomon Alamesie, died on Saturday. The once Governor General of Ijaw Nation died in a Port Harcourt hospital in the early hours of Saturday at the age of 63 years. Family sources were quoted as saying that the former governor died of an unnamed debilitating illness resulting in a renal condition which affected both kidneys, ultimately leading to a cardiac arrest. Alams, as he was fondly called, will be remembered for his stout campaign for resource control during his days as governor, which many believed was the root cause of his clash with the then president, Olusegun Obasanjo. Dipre Alamesie was born on 16 November 1952 in Amasoma, Ioboni North local government area of Bayelsa State. Meanwhile, tributes have poured in from all walks of life at the news of the demise of the former governor of Bayelsa State. Former governors James Ibori and Timipri Silva of Delta State and Bayelsa State respectively have mourned their former colleagues, Dipre Alamesie, who ran the Ijaw State. Ibori, in a statement yesterday, said the news came to him with a great shock, adding that though the man had been battling with ailment, he noted that the deceased had been haunted here and there by forces motivated by crass politics and personal vendetta, adding that the late politician had looked as if he would be able to rise above the persecution and allow peace to prevail in his life. Still on the death of the former governor, the Ijaw National Congress (INC) has described Alamesie's death as a tragic loss to the Ijaw Nation. INC spokesperson Victor Burubo told reporters that the news of the former Bayelsa State governor was received with shock by the Ijaw Nation, which had been plunged into a state of mourning. Burubo described him as a man who served his people very well, adding that he will be remembered for the legacy he left behind as the governor of Bayelsa State and his contribution to the Ijaw Nation. Equally, the leadership of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) is grief-stricken over the death on Saturday of the former governor of Bayelsa State, Chief Dipre Alamesie. A statement issued on Sunday by the PDP's National Publicity Secretary, Chief Olisametu, said the party was in shock over the death of the former governor, describing the development as deeply saddening. Meanwhile, Ekiti State Governor Mr. Ayodele Fayose has fingered the All Progressive Congress-led federal government in the death of former Bayelsa State Governor Dipre Alamesie, describing the death as painful and unfortunate. Fayose said the APC-led federal government finally succeeded in hounding an Ijaw leader to death just because of his staunch stance on the upcoming Bayelsa State governorship election. Fayose, in a statement by his special assistant on public communication and news media, Lere Olayinka, said the governor commiserated with the deceased family, former President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, as well as the governor of Bayelsa State, Honorable Seriaka Dixon, and the entire people of the state. The governor, who prayed for the repose of the soul of the late former governor, general of the Ijaw Nation, said his death was an eclipse of a political figure who, despite all political odds, still commanded great respect from his people. Meanwhile, an aircraft NAF 801 belonging to the Nigerian Air Force has crashed in Hong Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria. All those on board the aircraft died, authorities have said. The spokesperson for the force, Dele Alonge, said in a statement late on Saturday night that the aircraft crashed about 4:23 p.m. Nigeria time due to bad weather. The Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has served a suspension notice on the interim chairman of Kaduna North Local Government Area, Alhaji Garba Kofi, with immediate effect on account of unauthorized demolition of structures in the local government. The suspension, which was passed on the chairman, was said to have taken effect from Thursday, October 8, and signed by the secretary to the state government. A major rebel leader in South Sudan has told BBC he may have to take up arms again despite the signing of a peace agreement 6 weeks ago. General Johnson Oloni said the government was undermining the deal with attacks on civilians and a plan to redraw state boundaries in the country. Tens of thousands of people have died and millions have been displaced since the civil war began in 2013. South Sudan gained independence from neighboring Sudan 4 years ago. And meanwhile, on the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin told Russian state TV on Saturday that the goal of Russian airstrikes in Syria is to stabilize the government of President Bashar al-Assad, adding that Russia has no plans to conduct a ground operation. Russian Defense Ministry said Russia has flown dozens of combat missions and launched more than 100 airstrikes since starting the Syria campaign on September the 30th. ISIS, Russia says, is the main target. On Sunday, the ministry said Russian air forces targeted 63 ISIS positions, including 53 strongholds, a command center, 4 training camps, and 7 ammunition depots. And in sports, the Super Eagles of Nigeria bounced back from their friendly 2-0 defeat to Congo to beat Cameroon 3-0. Sunday, Olisa's men got their goal from an unlikely source, Efe Ambrose, the impressive Moses Simon, and on-form Odion Igalo. This, however, didn't cloud the frenzy environment in the Eagles camp, which saw the former captain Vincent Nyama quit international football. Following the altercation between Olise and the former captain of the Super Eagles, Sunday Olise is set to get new rules from the Nigerian Football Federation. The code of conduct for players and officials of the various national teams will soon come into force. The NFF president Amaju Pinnick, who made this disclosure in Belgium on Sunday, affirmed that the code of conduct was ready and will be implemented soonest to guide the conduct of players, officials and coaches to minimize areas of conflict and tension in the national camp. And that's the story for you on African Free Press Television. For more stories, please do visit our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press and like our Facebook page at African Free Press. In the spirit of the national mourning for the former Bayelsa State Governor Alamessier, it's a very good morning to you. Please do enjoy the rest of your day.